السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you all doing? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well. Let's begin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما. اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. Inshallah, we're going to begin with the recitation of Surah Fatiha, just as usual, the normal thing that we do, inshallah. So inshallah, repeat after me. We'll have Surah Fatiha and then the analysis, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. Inshallah, now we'll start on the analysis part of the lesson, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, so far through the classes that we've done, we are now on ayah number 5. We finished the analysis up to ayah number 5 of Surah Fatiha. So inshallah I'll have a quick recap of the different rules that we have learned, and then inshallah we will furthermore, analyze the rest of Fatiha inshallah. So inshallah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We learned a couple of rules there. Again, we learned what Lam Jalala was, right? Lam Jalala is the lam that's inside the word Allah, right? Ra, whenever we have a fatha on it, we need to make sure that we have it full mouth, right? We learned what huruf halaqi were, right? Hamzaha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Qa, those letters, and where each letter was located. We also learned that. And Ha was specifically from the middle of your throat, so you need to make sure that you use those middle muscles when you're saying it. Inshallah. And then on number one, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. There is Ha there also, right? We learned that we need to make sure we learn that we use the middle of our throat over there too. When we're saying Alhamdu Lillahi, with Lam Jalala, we also learned earlier that, whenever we have a kasra underneath the letter that's before the word Allah, we need to make sure that it's empty mouth and not full mouth, right? Because the only instances that we actually make it full mouth is when there's a fatha or dhamma, on the previous letter, not when there's a kasra, right? And then Rabbil Alameen, the ra with the fatha, you need to make sure again, full mouth. Alameen, where did I tell you guys Ain was from? Middle, good job, mashallah. We learned that Ain is from the middle of your throat. So you need to make sure that it's also from those one of those bullies. Ain and Ha, those two bullies, right? That are in the middle of your throat, that squeeze the air when you're trying to say the word. So inshallah, when you're saying Ain, you need to make sure, when you're saying A, you need to make sure that you use the middle of your throat over there, inshallah. And Ain has alif maqsura on it, and we learn to extend that to harakas, right? So make sure that you extend there to harakas. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, pretty much a repetition of what we learned in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Ra and the Ha, make sure you focus on those, inshallah. Maliki Yawmiddin, alif maqsura again on the mean there, khara, so make sure that you extend there to harakas. On Yawmi, we learned a specific rule. What rule did we learn there? What rule did we learn on Yawmi? Yes, good job, mashallah. The soft letters, right? Huruf-e-Leen, right? We learned about Leen, and how whenever we have a waw sukoon or a ya sukoon followed by a letter that has a fatha on top of it, then we need to make sure that we pronounce them softly. And yes, mashallah, you guys remember that whenever we have a waw sukoon, we need to round our mouth, right? So waw sukoon, we learned that we round our mouth in order to know if we're pronouncing it softly or not. And whenever we have a ya sukoon followed by a fatha, in order to make sure that we're pronouncing it softly, what do? We smile, right? So, but we haven't gone to, we didn't do an example of the leen of ya yet, but because I was teaching you the rule, I told you both letters of huruf leen. So, Yawmiddin, make sure that you round your mouth, inshallah. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, we learned that we need to make sure that we learned that we had that alif with anything on top of it has is equal to a hamza, right? So make sure that you have that deep down part of your throat, like voice when you're saying it. When you're saying e or a, you need to make sure that hamza is very clear there. So we learned that whenever we have anything with any alif with something on it, we need to make sure we pronounce it exactly how we pronounce the hamza. And then also iyyaka, there's a tashdid on the ya there. We learn how to stress on the ya there, right? You need to make sure that you stress on it and say iyyaka, right? Not iyyaka, but iyyaka. And then we also learn about harf mad. The alif is harf mad when it doesn't have anything on top of it, and it's followed by letter, then you need to make sure that you need to extend there. So إياك. نعبد, also the ayn, we learned that that's obviously from the middle of your throat, so you need to make sure in na'budu when you say it that you use the middle of your throat when you say na'budu. Don't extend on the dal, very common mistake we learned that we need to not say na'budu, but we need to make sure we say na'budu, no extension on the dal over there. وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, إِيَّاكَ, again, it's a repetition of what I told you earlier. And then ayn is nasta'in, again, make sure the middle of your throat, inshallah. And then ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, we learned quite a few rules there. In ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, first of all, very basic, we learn, or we recognize that ihdina, ha is from the bottom of your throat, right? So you need to make sure that you have that sign ha there, not the ha but the ha. So you need to make sure you say ihdina. We also learned that because alif has a kasra underneath it, or a zir, you need to make sure that you need to pronounce that as a hamza. So ihdi, make sure that hamza is very clear and the ha is also very clear, inshallah. Need to connect na and sad, right? Because sad has a tajdeed on it, right? So you need to make sure you say ihdinas, right? And then we also learn, because there was two tafkhim letters there, actually three maybe in this ayah. We learned that we need to recognize and see the tafkhim letters, and tafkhim letters are basically the letters that we pronounce full mouth, with a full mouth, right? And this slide over here is more, and it would probably help you understand it better because it's a visual presentation of what I was trying to tell you last time on tafkhim letters. Basically, I told you these letters, Qussa, Daght, and Qiz is how we memorize it, the set of letters. I told you guys, you know, Kha, Sa, Ba, Ghain, Ta, Kha, and Za, right? So, I told you guys, you know, how these, how we need to make sure that we pronounce these with a full mouth. And this slide has like some technique on how you need to make sure that your mouth is like, you know, having that fullness in it when you're trying to pronounce the letters of tafkhim that we've studied over here. So back to Fatiha. On Sirat al-Mustaqim, we learned there was three tafkhim letters, Sa, Ta, and Qaf. So we need to make sure that we pronounce them with a full mouth, inshallah. Moving on, inshallah, number 6 today, Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim. Now on Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim, there's again a repetition of Sirata, the Sa, make sure, and the Ta full mouth because of the Tafkhim, right? And then the Ra, make sure that's also full mouth. Why? Because, you know, whenever we have a Fatha on the Ra, we need to pronounce it full mouth, as we learned earlier. And then the Alif over there is going to be counted as half mad, so you need to make sure you say Sirata. You need to extend the Ra over there, inshallah. Al-Ladina, Sirat al-Ladina, there's one, you know, thing that I want to point out over here for the tha. Make sure when you're saying this type of tha, whenever you say this type of tha, don't pronounce it like a zai, because zai is like a buzzing bee. Like I give the analogy of a buzzing bee when you are saying zai, like zzz, or if you're going to the zoo, the zaza. That zai is like a buzzing bee, zzz. But for that, this one, alladina, it's pronounced in a different way. So you need to make sure that in this one, the way you know how you pronounce it is make sure when you're saying it, you have your tongue in between the two sets of your teeth. So make sure when you're saying it, you have your tongue in between the two sets of your teeth. So really feel that tongue in the middle of your teeth. So say the. Make sure you feel that in your tongue. The. So صراط الذين, not zina but ذين. Make sure you say صراط الذين. أنعمت عليهم. There's one rule that I'm gonna go through today too. It's the rule of ikhfa, and we'll probably enhance more on it next time because we have about 4 minutes left of class today. But ikhfa. So ikhfa is whenever you have ghunna, right? So there's two types. There's ikhfa and there's izhar. Ikhfa is whenever you have ghunna. So ghunna, the reason what ghunna is when you actually pronounce the noon sukoon with your nose, expression in there. So if I were to have ghunna on something, I would say right? I would have the nose in there, right? I say but if I don't have the ghunna, which is it's called izhar, then I would say n. I would pronounce the noon. Now ikhfa, it comes from khafaya, which means to hide, right? So you're basically hiding that noon there. When you're saying you're hiding the noon and you're making your nasal sound come, right? So you say right? And whenever you have izhar, you need to make sure that you say n, and you actually izhar, as you know, izhar is to reveal, like zahara, to reveal, like izhar, to reveal. So you reveal the noon. Whenever you're having izhar, you reveal the noon sukoon and you say n. You don't say you say n. So for today, the lesson basically is for you to make sure you know what these two terms mean. Izhar and ikhfa. Ikhfa is whenever you have the ghunna and you pronounce the noon, sukoon with your nose. And then izhar is whenever you have, the noon sukoon and you're actually pronouncing the noon without hiding it, So write those two things down. Make sure you take notes, inshallah. Write these two definitions down. Ikhfa is when you hide the noon, right? You do the ghunna, right? Like and then izhar, you make sure that you reveal the noon. You say like n, right? And then next time, inshallah, I'll elaborate more on why I'm trying to point out this rule over here of ikhfa and izhar. But for today, we've kind of ran out of time. So inshallah, tomorrow or next week, inshallah, I will tell you more about this. For right now, for today, for this weekend, you have your homework of make sure that you have all of those tajweed rules that we revised over again properly. Make sure you're saying them properly inside Fatiha whenever you recite them, and then also make sure you have them in your mind and you memorize those rules. And also make sure for today you memorize what ikhfa and izhar is and the difference between the two dhas, inshallah, the dha and the zai, inshallah. So inshallah, time is up for today, so I'll end here for today, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Okay, here it is. الدرس الثالث عشر. الدرس الثالث عشر. الثالث عشر is 13. So we're going to be on lesson 13, the lesson 13. Okay, so here we go, in the box right here. I'll read it for you and I want you guys to tell me what you think before you even read the lesson. So over here it says al-baytu, and I know you guys all know what that means, right? Al-baytu by now? You see the al before? Good, exactly. Al-baytu, good, the house. And then right next to it, you see? Fil bayti. Okay, good. So some of you guys know what fi is. But look at the bait. What's different? Al-bayti. Before it was al-baytu, now it's fil bayti. Good. So Shifa says there's a kasra. Right here. Good, exactly. Ti, not tu. This time it's got a kasra. This is the first time we've seen this, right? In all of the lessons. It was Dhamma and now it's kasra. Good, Rohina, exactly. So the fi must have done something. Good, the fi before the word. It's a good fil bayti. I just woke up. It's early. Okay, and the next one is al-masjidu. Right? Al-masjidu, same thing. We know what this is, right? Al-masjidu, the masjid. Fil masjidi. Good, Afsha. The fi wants a kasra. Good, that's an idea. So look at all these things. What do you think about it? Fil masjidi. We've got a new word here, fi. And we have al-masjidi. Again, we have e, not u. So inshallah, we're going to learn. You guys are exactly right. I saw all the right answers. Why is there a kasra? Because there's something about this fi, right? Something about the fi that changes it. So inshallah, we're going to learn. Good, exactly. There's certain letters, certain words, certain like little tiny words that change it. Fi, okay, fi means in. Inshallah, we'll learn more of the words. Right now, I'll tell you that there's 11 different words. Fi, no, fi is just like in. You know, like when you say something's in the house, it could be in the house, it could be on a, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have a gender. Fi likes kasra. Yes, exactly. So inshallah, we're going to look at the lesson. Let's look at the lesson and we're going to see exactly how fi works. How it works, why is this kasra, all of these things. So inshallah, we're going to learn that. Okay, we'll go. So could you say, hiya fil masjidi? She is in the masjid? Sure. Exactly, we're going to learn more sentences over here, and inshallah, it'll make everything will make sense. Okay, the first sentence is, Aina Hishamun. Aina Hishamun. I hope you're repeating after me, just to get practice on how to say it. Aina Hishamun. Good, so this is a very, very easy sentence, right? We've done this before. Aina means where. It's that little question word that is asking about location, right? Aina is about location. Aina Hishamun. Where is Hisham? Before, maybe we would have said, Hisham is here, Hisham is there. But now we want to be really specific. So in this lesson, we're learning how to say exactly where he is. So let's read what the answer is. Huwa fil bayti. Huwa fil bayti. Huwa, we know, means he is. Good. So we notice that there's definite in this. So he is fi in, right? Fi is this new word. Fi is in. It's a very tiny word, right? Fi in al-bayti. Fil bayti. In the house. Good, exactly. So wait, I want you guys to answer this. Did the kasra really change what it meant? No, it still means the house. So don't get confused. It doesn't mean like bayti with the ya at the end. It's still the house. So don't get confused. Huwa fil bayti, he is in the house. The reason why it has fi in it, somebody said an excellent thing. Fi likes kasra. Fi likes kasra. It doesn't want to be with the dhamma. It doesn't want to be with the word with the dhamma. So whenever you have a word after fi, whenever you have a word after in, so when you want to say like in the house, in the masjid, in the school, all of those words, fi plus the word with the kasra, because the fi always wants a kasra. The fi changes it to be kasra. That's why there's a kasra. In the something, in in school. Fil madrasati with a kasra at the end, right? Fil madrasati, fil masjidi, fil bayti. All of these things, fil ghurfati, they have a kasra at the end because the fi likes the kasra. Yep, and spoiled. Fi likes, just how you see the fi with the kasra over there, you can remember it like that too. There's other words that want a kasra, but fi is just one of them. Does hadha fi that, this and that? Yes, hadha fi dhalika would mean this and that. Inside that, right? Fi always wants kasra. There's other words, and for your homework I'm going to ask you to find some of them. So hold on to that. There's other words, not just fi. So let's look on to the next one. Huwa fil bayti, he is in the house. The next one. Wa ayna jamalun, wa ayna jamalun. So same thing, wa and ayna jamalun. You're asking a question. Where is Jamal? Now you want to be really, really specific. And where is Jamal? Huwa fil mal'abi. Huwa fi mal'abi. Huwa fil mal'abi. He is in the playground, or the place where you play, right? The place where you, like, you know, yes, exactly. You guys have all been to a playground, right? At school there's playgrounds, so huwa fil mal'abi. He is in the playground. Playground, park. Okay, so next time you're at school and your parents ask you where you are, you say huwa, right? You can say ana fil mal'abi. I am in the playground, right? Or when your parents ask you where you are, you can say ana fi, I'm in my room, right? Inshallah we'll learn how to say that. I'm in the room. So we say wa ayna jamalun, and where is Jamal? Huwa fil mal'abi. So make sure whenever you say fi, the next word that comes after has to have a kasra. Does playground have a male or female word, or is it the same? Well, you guys think about it. Is it going to be male or female? Mal'abi. We'll learn past tense later. Don't worry about that yet. It's going to be male, right? Look, it doesn't have a ta at the end, right? It doesn't have a ta marbuta, so it's male. Just like the way bayt is male. Fi plus a word with kasra. Mal'abi. It's in the sentence right here. Huwa fil mal'abi. Plus kasra. So you want to make sure you have the kasra. No ta, exactly. So mal'abi, it's just a playground, male. Okay, the next sentence. This is easy, right? You guys are understanding how we do this? It's basically whenever you have, what's the rule? What's the rule we learned in this lesson? What's the big main rule? In, good. In is the new word. Fi plus a word with a kasra, good. Whereas add fi and then for in, good. So when you want to say in, you use fi, and you always have a kasra, good. The word after the noun, the noun after has a kasra. Because of the fi and there's a few other words, there's 10 other words, these words always make a kasra. Instead of a dhamma that we've always been using, there's going to be a kasra now. Okay, the next sentence. Aina al-imam al-an. Wamak, it's in the sentence right here. Al-mal'abi. Aina al-imam al-an. Okay. We haven't learned what al-an is, and inshallah I'll tell you that right now. So first of all, you guys tell me Aina al-imam. Where is imam? Where is the imam? Al-an. Al-ana. This word is in the Quran too, right? Exactly, now. Now. Al-ana means now. So it's like a time word, right? It's telling us what time it is. Right now. Where is he right now? not, you know, yesterday or day after or tomorrow. It's right now. It's the time word, right? Aina al-imam al-an. No, it doesn't have a gender. It's just like it's like huna, hunaka, here, there, now, all these kinds of words. Aina, where. They don't have gender. Aina al-imam al-an. Where is the imam now? So the answer is, you know you're going to use an in. Right, you're talking about right now, the present. Huwa fil masjidi. Huwa fil masjidi. He is in. We have an al here, and we have the kasra. So all of these things, I want you guys to think about why they're there. Huwa, he is, so that's like the third person, right, pronoun. So replacing al-imam, right? Who are you talking about? You're talking about the imam. So huwa is the imam. Huwa fil masjidi. So where is he? He is in the masjid. Good, exactly. He is in the masjid. Fil masjidi. With the kasra at the end. No more masjidu. Fil masjidi. Okay. He is in the masjid, exactly. So the next, inshallah, we'll do one more, and then inshallah we'll continue next time. We don't have much time left. Okay. وَأَيْنَ الْمُدَرِّسَةُ وَأَيْنَ الْمُدَرِّسَةُ وَأَيْنَ الْمُدَرِّسَةُ. Good. So remember, we always have the al in for this one, because we're talking about a very specific thing, right? And where is the teacher? Good. And where is the teacher? And it's a female teacher. Good, Afnan. Where is the teacher? Al-mudarrisatu, very specific teacher. So we have to use al. Hiya fil madrasati. Hiya? Who are we talking about? What is hiya replacing? Because, you know, hiya is a pronoun, right? It has to replace something. Good, exactly, the teacher, al-mudarrisatu. A name, it's replacing al-mudarrisatu, the teacher. Hiya fil madrasati. Fil madrasati. Good. So that pronoun replaced the noun. Hiya, she is. Hiya is she. Fil madrasati, in the school. Good, in the madrasa. Good, mashallah, you know the English words for antecedent. Good, Tamur, mashallah, I only learned that last year. Teacher is the antecedent, good. So teacher is what you're replacing. Hiya fil madrasati, she is in the school. So now tell me, I'm going to ask you a question. Does it matter if the word is male or female? Does it change anything about the sentence? Hiya fil madrasati. Madrasati? No, it doesn't change anything. You're talking about a female teacher. You're saying she's in a school, which has a ta at the end. Right? It doesn't change anything. So if I gave you a word like, if I gave you a female word, how would you change a female word like, how about ghurfatu, if you wanted to say in the room? Ghurfatu is like a bedroom. Ghurfatun is a bedroom. A room. How would you say in the room? In the bedroom. Fi, good. Fi is in. Fi. Fil ghurfati. Good. Fil ghurfati. So it doesn't change anything. I thought, yes, here is she, here is female, here fil madrasati. So it doesn't change anything. You still change the dhamma to a kasra. The dhamma changes to kasra. That's the word. Dhamma changes to kasra. Hiya fil madrasati means she is in the school. School. The school. Hiya fil madrasati. She is in the school. So it doesn't matter what the word is, just change the dhamma to a kasra when you have it after a fi. Okay, the next sentence. Aina al-abul an. Aina, so we have three words here. Aina al-abu al-an. Aina al-abul an. Good, so this is, just put these words together. Aina al-abul an. Good, Aina is where? Oh, okay, so you're saying when you're talking hadha hadhihi, yes. When hadha hadhihi comes, those change. There's a male word and there's a female word. But with fi, there isn't really male or female, right? So, ain al-abul an, where is the dad, the father? The, right? Al, the father, the dad. Ain al-abul an. Good, and so you remember that an means now. Where is the father now? Huwa fil masjidi. Huwa fil masjidi. He is in the masjid. Good. Huwa. Who are we talking about? What is huwa replacing? Huwa fil masjidi. He is in the masjid. Good. He talking about the dad. So we always make sure this is male because al-abu is male. The father or the dad. Good. Huwa, he is fil masjidi, in the masjid. So again we have fi plus a word with a kasra. Why can we not use man? Man means who. Yes, the huwa replaces the dad. Man means who. We're not asking a question like who is the dad. Oh. Ma means what? Ma means what? So if we were going to use what, it would be what is the dad right now? So we're just asking where he is. We're asking his location. Ain al-abu, where is the dad? Yes, this lesson basically has to do with like location, right? Where is he? He is in the masjid, he is in the room, he is in the school, right? Where? Right? Yes, exactly. So we're asking a question, where is he? So inshallah we'll finish up the lesson and then I'll tell you what the homework is, okay? وَأَيْنَ الْأُمُّ. It's so easy, mashallah. وَأَيْنَ الْأُمُّ. So you're asking a question. وَأَيْنَ الْأُمُّ. Good. And where is the mom? Al-ummu means the mom. Remember you have an al before, the mom. And where is the mom? Okay. Our answer is Hiya fil ghurfati. Hiya. So again, what is hiya replacing? Hiya, she is fil ghurfati. Inshallah we'll have a small break, a short break. Hiya fil ghurfati. Good. So she is, I see someone capitalized it, she is in fi al-ghurfati, the room. So make sure you have this kasra. Before it would have been al-ghurfatu, right? It would have had a dhamma, but now we change it to kasra. MashaAllah, yes, use these sentences. At home, use them. I want to see, next class, tell me if you use them. If you ever use some of the Arabic sentences, I want you guys to tell me if you did. I want you guys to go home and use these and then come and tell all of the people in the class I used it now. And I also want to give you a little bit of homework. I'm going to explain to you what the homework is because we don't have much time in class, and then I'll give you your break. So homework number 1, inshallah, try the first 2 exercises. The first exercise, they give you a question. Aina Hisham. Oh, good, mashallah, you use the Aina questions. Good. Good, mashallah. So you're using these with your parents, exactly. Ruhina, think about it. It's got a ta marbuta at the end. So, okay, you got it? Good, exactly. Female. You answered your own question. Okay, so the first one is they ask you a question like Aina Hisham and where is Hisham? They ask you all these questions and you have to answer from the lesson. So whatever is said in this lesson, where is Hisham? You answer according to that. Do you understand? So you say, you know, Hisham is here. Hisham is wherever he is. Wherever you learned in the lesson he is. So you answer those questions. Amma, you don't make them up. You look at where he is. Because in the lesson it told us he's in the house, right? So you answer it according to the lesson. Okay? So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.